Hey guys, this is Welcome to Adulting, the show where we haven't slept in days, so we're just drinking a bunch of coffee and trying to make it work. I'm John.
I'm Shawna.
And I'm Caleb.
And today we're going to be having a little bit of fun. We've been talking about some more serious stuff last couple weeks, so we wanted to take something really practical. We're going to be talking about grocery shopping. I actually really like grocery shopping, but it can be really stressful, and I know a lot of people have no idea what they're doing when they're at the grocery store. So we're going to be talking about that today. First, let's kind of shift gears. Let's talk about some things that we do really well. Talk about some adulting wins. Do you guys mind if I start this week? I feel like I never get to start.
You get to start.
And you guys always do big, like, I bought a house this week. I had my fifth kid. And then I come in and I'm like, I did laundry. So I'm going to start this week.
That's just as adulting
it's
as
just
our
as
adulting.
I'm going to start this week. I actually, just before this show, I scheduled a physical. I have not had a physical 3, maybe 4 years since my last one. I don't go to the doctor a lot, and I probably should. For all I know, my body is falling apart, and I don't know it. So I'm excited to go to the doctor, only because this will be the first time I've gone in for a physical since I've lost like 40 pounds. So it'll be nice to sit in front of the doctor and be like, hey, guess what? I actually took your advice. I actually did start eating better and exercising. So that'll be fun. But yeah, it's been a while.
Going to the doctor only brings me anxiety. So not going in 4 years wouldn't make me excited. It would make me more nervous. Like, oh, what's wrong?
It makes me excited. Again, it makes me excited. It's like I've never had this experience, but it's like if you were to like get really into the habit of flossing, then I would be excited to go to the dentist and say, hey, I actually did floss, you know? So it's because I've been doing a lot better health-wise, I'm okay going in for a physical.
Can we just admit that we all floss 2 weeks before the dentist appointment?
I floss 2 days before the dentist appointment, and then my gums bleed, and then I just give up.
Always do.
Right.
I am
on my way there. I have those like little ones, and I'm
things.
like, let's go.
I always tell myself I'm going to, and then I realize that I don't know where any of my floss is because I've got those little flossers somewhere in my house. But I tell myself I'm going to. I look for them for about a minute and then give up. So I don't even do that. But you can't really do that quite the same with doctors, you know, with the physical. So I've got that coming up. It's not like I'm looking forward to going to the doctor. You know, it's not like I'm excited, but I'm glad that I'm doing it because I need to probably. And this will be nice. I'm sure I'm in totally fine health, but it's good to do that.
The last time I scheduled a doctor's appointment, I forgot. And I got the reminder after I started eating my drive-through meal.
No.
And I'm like, well, I'm still going to go. And I went and they were like, did you just eat? I was just like, yeah. They're like, your levels are, I just had drive-through. And they're like, why don't you come back in a week? And I'm like, all right, it sounds good. So, and I did, and they were healthy.
So I think I'll eat a salad before I go. That's the moral of the story, is eat a salad before going to the doctor.
And set your alert like a day ahead instead of 30 minutes before.
But yeah, so that's my adulting win. I scheduled a physical.
How about you, Shawna?
You kind of stole mine because I set my kids' appointments like 4 months early. But they are routine. They are not every 3 or 4 years.
Growing up, I like had a couple doctor's visits, but it was mostly because I grew up in Africa and we always had to get shots. So that was basically the only reason I ever went to the doctor, was to get shots. Basically, I didn't ever go in for a physical except when I was like right before I went to college. I had one, and then like before I worked at a camp where they required one. So even when I was a kid, I didn't go in that much. So good job scheduling for your kids. Parents, I love you, but you didn't ever take me to the doctor.
Well, and now though, schools like require that you have a physical or whatever for sports, but I mean it's good. It's good just to get them checked out.
I didn't do a lot of sports though. Like I was supposed to. I did like middle school sports they didn't require us to. In high school they would have, and I didn't do high school sports. So that's how I kind of skirted around going to the doctor. It's just if you don't do sports and if you're not active, you don't have to go to the doctor.
I used to when I was 5. My mom used to work nights, so she would nap. And I would sneak out of my bed during nap time and go and slam on her alarm clock so she wouldn't wake up in time for my doctor's appointments. 3 times in a row, she woke up late and she's like, what's going on? And she had to reschedule, and I finally admitted to her that was because of me.
That's brilliant.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
The smartest
shots for me.
5-year-old
No,
ever.
that's why cell phones can't do that on the cell phone.
No.
Well, actually,
Right.
kids are smarter on cell phones than I am, so they'll find a way still.
They'll get there.
There you go.
But yeah, way to be a proactive parent and schedule your kids' doctor's appointments 4 months ahead, you said?
Yeah, well, because she
I-
books up really fast.
That's
I
awesome.
scheduled mine a week ahead, so you are way... Again, I'm glad I went first so that my thunder didn't get stolen. So,
Sorry.
no, you're good. Caleb, how about you? How have you adulted
So
this
this
week?
is actually perfect. Mine is like the least adulting thing out of everybody this week. So earlier this week was my birthday, and as my wife and I we were watching TV one night, the TV died. So I had to make the decision on like actually buying a new TV, which was really exciting, but also recognizing my budget and understanding what I can really afford and all of that. So I bought a reasonably priced TV with a reasonable size. So that was really exciting.
Did our budgeting podcast help with that decision?
I did a little bit, yeah. But honestly, I have been saving up for a TV for a while, and I had the money saved up for it, but instead I used my credit card, and I'll pay off my credit card, so I'll get points. And honestly, the points that I'll get back from my credit card, I just covered the gift cards for my family Christmas. It's great.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man, I feel so great this week. I'm so glad I went first. I just beat Caleb too with getting it.
Yeah, but now I have
Going
a
to
new
the doctor
TV.
instead of getting a TV. Ah, man, I think we can all admit I am the best adult. I think we can admit I
This
won that
week.
prize this week. If you want
You
us
get the
to,
ribbon.
if you want us to admit that you're the best adult or that you adulted well, let us know how you adulted. You can do that by going to welcometoadultingpod.com. Kind of click. Totally forgot how to use the internet there for a second. Go to welcometoadultingpod.com. We've got links to all of our social media there. You can click through, go on, leave us a comment, let us know how you adulted this week, or go to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts, leave us a rating and a review, and let us know how you adulted there. We'll share it on this show.
There's also this new electronic thing called electronic mail. And
Electronic mail, you say?
yes,
What kind of newfangled thing is that?
it's pretty exciting.
That sounds exciting. I wish there was some sort of shorter way to do that, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this joke at all. I am
Oh,
so
no, this is
guys.
great.
I am so tired.
You have to explain this to Russ.
My joke about the coffee was not a joke. I'm drinking an iced Americano with 4 shots of espresso right now. That's where I'm at as a person today, and that's after drinking a cup of coffee right before that. Caleb's giving me the wrap it up signal, so we'll wrap it up. We're going to be taking a quick break so I can, I don't know, take a nap or something. When we come back, we're going to be talking about grocery shopping.
Hey guys, this is Shawna from Welcome to Adulting, and I just wanted to take a quick minute to thank the Family Radio Network. Without them, Welcome to Adulting truly would not be possible. Right now, the family is doing their fall fundraiser, and this is a great way for you to make a difference. You can go to supportthefamily.net and learn all about the family. Again, that is supportthefamily.net.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Welcome to Adulting, and like we said before the break, today we're going to be talking about grocery shopping. I don't know if I'm weird, but I love grocery shopping. What about you guys? Do you
Me
guys?
too.
Caleb is shaking his head.
I don't.
I love it. It's so fun. Okay, I'm gonna get really excited here because talking about grocery shopping gets me really excited. I really like to cook a lot, and so going grocery shopping is like this whole store full of possibilities. And so I'll look at different things, I'll look at different like ingredients and different products and different stuff like that and think, what can I make out of this? And it's just so exciting, all the possibilities for things I can make and eat, and it's so much fun. But Caleb, you're still shaking your head. What do you think? What do you...
No, I'm just not a shopper though. Like any type of shopping, and so it's not like, it is cool to think about what I can cook or what can be made with all these different things, but it's just time that I'd much rather be doing something else in my day.
So I do want to talk about time because I found some statistics on grocery shopping. Apparently, the average American spends 53 hours per year grocery shopping. That is crazy.
Insane.
That's over 2 days of the year you just spend grocery shopping, which is crazy.
Wait,
Yeah,
53 hours a year?
a year.
That's it?
See, I'm trying to think
Wait,
if
really? I
that's,
think
if
that's
it's
a
that's
lot.
it or if that's a lot, because the average trip takes 41 minutes, and I think that people like me who can go in and go out in 10 minutes because you're shopping for one person really skew that statistic. What would you think it is for you, Shawna?
Well, it's different. If I have my kids, double it. But if it's by myself, maybe an hour and a half, at least once a week.
I totally had a brain fart there for a second.
That's still in like the 60 to 70 hour
that's not
range.
too bad. Like you're maybe
Yeah, but
like
that's only
higher.
one-
You're higher in the statistics. So again, like that's an average. So you might be like
This is true.
60, 70, but yeah. So you're the only one who has kids. How is it different shopping with kids than shopping by yourself?
Oh my goodness. Pull out my hair. It's bad. With kids, I'm just going to warn you, find a grocery store that has like the kids corner. You drop them off, they get to play, and you get to shop in peace. That is my favorite.
What about those little carts where it's like a car and they have a little like horn? Those
No.
I never got to. Those weren't a thing when I was a kid, and I am so jealous because as an adult, I want to shop around in those carts, but that doesn't work, and I'm jealous of kids that get to do that.
I think daycare at the grocery store or any store is brilliant because I'll be honest, I'm that guy where if there's a mom with kids and they're screaming in the store, I will avoid that aisle and avoid them. That's me.
Okay,
Go for it, Shawna.
Go ahead, John.
You have a lot
All right.
more to say about
Okay.
this than I do.
so I was that person that was like, my kid is never going to do that. And God set me straight because I have the wildest children. Don't get me wrong, you guys. I love my kids. I do. But I also recognize their wildness. And they get that from their daddy. So it is difficult. Arms, like even in the cars, arms grabbing things off the shelves. It's purposely bumping into people, asking for everything, screaming and having tantrums. So seriously, if you see someone with kids that do that, just pretend like they aren't there because the attention makes them feel worse. And it's just kids. It really is.
I think what you should do is go up to them and tell them how what they're doing is wrong and how they're a bad parent because of
No.
it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That is the
You
worst
guys,
advice.
that happens.
Does that really happen? Have people done that to you?
Not to me. They've done it to my mom though, and I
That's
was
crazy.
there to witness it.
Don't do it. I was making a joke. That's the exact opposite of what you should do.
Yeah, let's not do
Don't
that.
do that. That was
But if we're being honest, it's people who just got lucky and didn't have difficult children, and they thought that they like had parenting down when really they just got lucky, or they never had kids in the first place. Because it's just children. That's how you learn.
Plus, like, grocery stores are set up to be, a lot of aisles are like, especially the cereal aisle, it's set up for kids. And it's set up for kids to see things they want and like throw a tantrum about it. So I can't imagine, I have enough difficulty going into the cereal aisle as an adult and not taking all the sugary cereals. I can't imagine what it's like having a kid who wants to do that.
So are you kind of surprised that there are some grocery stores still that aren't kid friendly, I guess you'd say, or don't have like day centers?
So the other great thing is pickup. You can order. Have you guys tried that yet?
Yes, that's
Okay.
how I do grocery shopping now, so I don't have to be in front of people.
In all seriousness, it is extremely smart to have a daycare center and a grocery store because even if you're slightly overpriced, I will go to you for the simplicity of my grocery shopping.
So I kind of want to talk about simplicity of grocery shopping, kind of loop back around to, me without kids. I don't really factor in a kids area into my shopping, but one of the biggest things is just having a list. Like I try to only go to one or two places, but I have like a big long list. Somehow I always miss stuff on that list though. So like I'll immediately get home and see, oh, I forgot to buy eggs. I forgot to buy milk, something that I should have known that I always forget to buy. How do you avoid that?
Okay, so I'm the kind of person that just writes my list as I need it. My husband will take the list that we've been writing all week long and he'll divide them into categories based upon the grocery store.
Oh, do you not do that?
No.
What?
That's so weird.
That's so much better because like I get my produce and all of that kind of stuff where it's where I can get not name brand stuff, but if I want to get like a name brand, I'll get that at someplace bigger. How is that not what you do?
Oh,
That's-
it's so OCD.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's so helpful. That I am with your husband. I am 100% on board with that.
But John, you just have to like recheck your list. That way you don't forget stuff.
But like there are certain things where I just don't even recognize that I'm short on them, or I don't think about it till I get back. But again, with the dividing it into different stores, there are these certain type of chips that are, or like cracker type things that are nut based, and they're cheesy and delicious, and I can't get them anywhere else. So like that's why I divide up the list.
Can we jump to
Yeah, jump
shopping
around.
mistakes?
Yes. Let's talk about that. Shopping mistake number 1, don't shop when you're hungry. Shopping
Yes.
mistake number 2, don't go with a bunch of friends who all want to buy snacks and soda and stuff like that. Shopping mistake number 3, don't buy soda because soda is just straight sugar. Don't put that in your house. You're going to drink it. And don't buy garbage because you're going to eat it. That's like my
Do
number
you know
one
that
thing
you're
right now.
supposed to shop with the outside walls of the grocery store?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to go in the middle.
But that's where all the good stuff is.
No.
No.
That's
no,
where
no,
the unhealthy stuff is.
No, because like, I mean, I got to buy like some canned stuff, you know? Like I can't buy all, for the most part, I try to shop the other stuff, but that's where they put like granola and stuff like that, you know?
You don't grow that? Or,
Okay, so there's
No,
some
I don't
exceptions.
grow granola.
or however
What?
it is. You know, get some.
Caleb,
you have
Caleb,
a garden
how do
now.
you-
Like grow some wheat and
Caleb, how
all
do you
of
think
that.
granola is made?
I don't know. Just saying. Why don't you make
Speaking
everything
of
else?
growing. John, is your herb garden still alive?
Alive is a very relative term. Yes, it's alive. I haven't used it a ton. I've used a lot of chives. The chives are taking over everything. The oregano is dying. We could have a whole John's herb garden corner.
Yes.
But
But
I'm
yes, the outside of the grocery store is the best way to do it, because even if you're only a fan of like canned vegetables,
Mm-hmm.
it's so much cheaper to buy a fresh green pepper and dice it up, or buy the
fresh
green
peppers,
beans.
Fresh peppers
Yeah.
go bad so quickly. That's the biggest thing. Grocery shopping is designed for at least 2 people. Like grocery store quantities are designed for a lot of people. Grocery shopping as a single person is the most depressing thing ever. There's nothing worse than not being able to finish a half gallon of milk because it goes bad quick. Like grocery
need to
shopping for
adopt
one
an
is
elder.
the worst. I can't adopt a person. I'm not
Just
I'm not
invite people
financially
over.
like I do, but like there are some things where it's like, you know, like peppers again. You know, I'll buy like a 3-pack of peppers because it's like $2, but I end up throwing 2 of those peppers away. Like it's so shopping. How do you shop for one is the biggest thing. I don't know if you guys have any advice on that, but like, how do you shop for one? Because everything is designed for so many more people and things go bad so quickly.
So I would always meal prep. I love green peppers, so that's why I brought it up. And so like I'd have 1 green pepper and I would dice it up for breakfast because I would always want that with my eggs. 1 green pepper, I would prepare a stuffed pepper for the week and, you know, and have that ready for there. And then another pepper I would just use for miscellaneous things, whether it be tacos or fajitas, whatever it is for dinner. Then I'd have one of those for the week. So kind of planning my meals before I grocery shop is how I did that. Mm-hmm. And I really need to start doing that again because I've gotten kind of lazy and I don't cook that often anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Another grocery fail that I do, I always forget my reusable bags.
Yes. I have a couple that I just keep in my car. Like that's the biggest thing. Just keep them in your car
Every time though.
every time. No, it's
They can be in my car and I'll forget them.
Yeah, and you don't want to go back out there.
No.
Like it's just there's got to be a better way to remember those. Like how do you we need to invent some sort of a system. Stores need to make it so you can't enter without your reusable bags, especially if it's like where you pretty much need a reusable bag or you need to take boxes. We need to create something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I am so grateful to be moving to a place to have moved to a place that doesn't have a bag tax. I'm so grateful for that.
Though
In
the
Chicago,
bag
it was 7 cents a bag.
Yeah, though the bag tax was a great way to remember to bring
It was.
your bags. And the grocery bags they would give you were such better bags because of that. Like they weren't just the flimsy. For a lot of places I went, they weren't the flimsy bags.
Not always.
lot.
But yes, there are places with bag taxes. So it did help us remember.
I think
to bring
Washington has
bags.
that. I think Oregon might have that. A lot of like West Coast places will have it, and then Chicago.
7 cents. It was insane.
So here's another question. Do you guys tip your bagger?
No,
Should I?
No.
What?
Wait.
So
Wait,
in
what?
Kentucky,
Wait, what?
Wait, but they don't help. They don't
do
help
any-
me. Like,
Also-
I bag it myself.
Also, I do self-checkout. Why would I go through a
Oh.
checkout line that has people?
guys, you help keep people and keep jobs.
There are plenty of jobs behind the scenes, but self-checkout is the best because then people aren't judging me for how many boxes of those like nut-based crackers I'm getting.
We could do a whole episode on tipping and different things that you should be tipping for. I would have never thought bagging would be a tippable thing.
No, well, in Kentucky, on the the military post we were at, I saw people tipping their bagger, and that is never anything we did in Wisconsin.
No.
So I just didn't know, like, am I missing something?
No, they're missing something.
They're missing something. They're wrong.
They're wasting their money.
They're
Yeah.
being bad. They're doing a bad thing. We could go on a whole conversation about how tipping shouldn't be a thing. And in a lot of other countries, it's not because they actually pay their people a good wage. But that's another conversation. Things you should definitely tip: waiters, baristas. Those are the two main ones. But moving on. Are you giving me a face, Shawna?
My barista?
Yes, you're supposed to tip your barista, especially if you order like a
Guys.
really like complicated drink. You definitely tip your
Okay,
baristas.
we need to save this for another
save another episode
Okay.
about tipping.
For sure. We're going to be doing that one soon. But what is the number one grocery tip that you guys can give to somebody who struggles with grocery shopping as well?
I think for me, the biggest thing is definitely, like we've talked about, going in with a plan. Don't shop hungry, have a plan, and really just find a way to enjoy it. Like, I know a lot of people who just don't enjoy grocery shopping, but find a way to make a game out of it, or to really kind of shift your perspective of what you're doing. Don't think of it as a chore or something you have to do. Think of it like a puzzle. Like, I'm finding all the ingredients for this cool thing I get to make.
And every week, try a new recipe. I think we get stuck in habits. And that would be really, fun to your shopping experience, is trying new things.
Yeah, definitely.
And mine would be off-brand is okay, because sometimes it's just as good, if not better.
Except Doritos. There's no such thing. There's no substitute for real Doritos. I don't know
We
why
shouldn't be eating
that's
Doritos
the one
anyways.
thing I've found.
If you're not drinking
Chips are so
soda, you
bad
should
for
not
you.
be
Chips-
eating Doritos.
No. I'm not doing that either. That was just what immediately popped into my head. I don't buy Doritos. Don't buy the junk food. If you don't buy the junk food, it won't be in your house.
Bring a piece of gum.
Bring it. Yeah.
It's great.
Have like a fistful of like almonds or something before you go in. It's a great idea. If you have some shopping tips, if you'd like to give us advice on what you do when you go grocery shopping, or if you have questions about, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I remember my reusable bags? Let us know. Go to welcometoadultingpod.com. Connect with our social media. Don't forget to leave us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to podcasts. Really helps us out, and we'd love to connect with you. We'd love to hear from you. Also, thank you to the Family Radio Network for allowing us to produce this show. Go to thefamily.net for a whole bunch of other great resources, great things that'll give you a bunch of hope, strength, and encouragement. Again, we would not be able to do this show without the Family Radio, so thank you guys so much. As we're leaving, don't forget, go grocery shopping, make it a fun time, but also, if you're stressed about it, cut yourself some slack. You're doing a great job. Thank you guys. Have a great week. Bye. That was the worst out.
Oh, man.
That was the worst out ever.
We can
guys.
always re-record the intros and outros if you want. Like, don't worry about it. But I think that's very real.
Oh, it
and
is.
Very.
Yeah. We'll
like,
see. We'll see how it. We'll see.
I
how
think
it
it'll
plays.
stick well with us.
I do like the jokes not landing and then people calling each other out for it. That kind of stuff is actually really funny.
No, I wasn't sure if you were joking.
I was
or
joking
not,
for
so-
I was joking for like email. I don't know why you didn't just say there's a new thing called email instead of electronic mail.
Because I was trying to be funny too.
I know you were, which we all failed this week. Good job.